Hey everyone, this is Julian from LaRock BI. In this video, I just want to take 5 minutes to talk you through why you should use and how you can use column distribution, column profile, and column quality within the Power Query editor. So let's head there and we'll take a look. If you head over to transform data, and you can think of the Power Query editor as a bit of a mudroom where you have an opportunity to make sure that the data that's coming into your house, that's coming into your model, is as accurate as possible, is as fit for use as possible, and that's really necessary. So that's kind of what we want to do here, and these tools, or this tool, will enable you to do that more effectively. So with that said, let's head over to View, and let's start off by looking at column distribution. So we'll check that. Okay, the first thing that often confuses people when they discover this is just the mental gymnastics that's required to make sense of, what does it mean that there's three distinct values in this column and 0 unique ones. It's kind of hard to understand, but look at it this way. There are 3 distinct different types of customer segments that we can have. So it could be either corporate, home office, or consumer. And none of these occur only once within this column. Let's try another column. Let's have a look at first name. So in first name, I can see that there are 36 rows that are being generated. And of those 36, 35 are distinct. So there's 35 different first names, but only 34 of them are unique. So somewhere in this column, there is a name that occurs twice. Wouldn't it be cool if we could see which one? Well, we can. Let's head over to column profile. And immediately we can see that John is in fact used twice as a first name. Now, I want to pause for a second. And I just want to point out something. Over here, you have an option to do the column profiling, that is, the assessment of each column based on either the first 1,000 rows or the entire data set. Now, it doesn't make so much difference for a data set with 36 rows. It makes no difference. But if I was to go to sales data, for example, I can see that I have more than 1,000 rows. So in this case, it would help to have that assessment made on the entire data set. So I'll go ahead and do that. And as you can see now, Power BI is recalculating or redoing that assessment based on the entire data set as opposed to just those first 1,000 rows. So with that brief pointer, I just want to go back to salespeople, to the table salespeople, and we'll just go back to first name, and we'll look at the other statistics that you can pull up. So again, 36 is the overall count of all the values within the column first name. You can then also get, if there were errors, this would come up. If there were empties, this would come up. As per the column distribution, you can see distinct and unique. And you can also see the min and the max. Now, in this case, it works a little differently because it's alphabetic. So it does the minimum alphabetic and the maximum, and it determines which comes first and which comes last. So that is column profile, and you'll see that column profile is the most thorough of these 3 options. But let's quickly have a look at column quality, and then we'll look at an example of why you might want to use this. So let's go to column quality. So column quality is really just these first 3 lines, and they let you know how much of your column is valid, so without errors or without empty values or empty cells rather. And again, this is really helpful if you have an error that's come up with your data, to really quickly understand where is that, and then you can make a decision as to how you might want to fix that. So there's a whole bunch of different reasons as to why you might want to use this. One of the reasons might be to understand whether you have a full data set. So if we were to go down to sales data, for example, I can then come along here to state, and I can see very quickly that I have got data for 49 states. So there's a couple of states that I don't have data for, and this is kind of the stuff that you can get a sense of very quickly when you use these tools. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk through. But let me know if this is something that you use. I know I do. I know that it's been very helpful for me. But let me know in the comments below.